Hi guys, it's Stacy with Yellow Cottage Soapery. I'm going to be making bay rum soap. I've not made it before. The description says it does have a slight acceleration, which would be fine if it thickens up a little bit because I don't have anything. Actually, the design I want to do is more of a layered design. It's not like even layers or anything, but I'm going to be using some coffee grounds. And what I did, I have used these before actually, a very long time ago when I first started soaping. And I say a very long time ago, but I've only been soaping for a little over a year. So it really wasn't that long ago, but I did make a coffee soap in the beginning, and I remember I used coffee kind of, it's like a line between two colors, like you would maybe a mica line, and I must have put it in too thick because it ended up, when it was curing or whatever, it separated because I had put too much coffee. Well, I'm doing something a little different with it. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the goldish batter that I'm using. I'm going to do a gold color on the bottom, add some of the coffee for, texture and exfoliation. I'm going to pour that in the mold. I'm going to do a thin brown line on top of it, and then I'm going to do blue and then white on top of that, I believe. I may mix the blue and white. I haven't decided. I'll just kind of go with it. But I'm going to use my Nurture Soap Tall and Skinny mold. And it's clean, but it looks messy because in the past I've used it so much, but I don't use it as often anymore, but I like it for men's bars sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and try this for this design. So I'm soaping at about 95 degrees or so. So let's go ahead and add our lye solution. I haven't made soap in like 4 days because I had a show. So I made one just a little bit ago, which I did record, and then this one, and I feel like, oh my gosh, it's only been 4 days, and I feel like I'm out of practice a little bit, but since it does accelerate a little bit, I think I'm going to go ahead and add it after I get the colors mixed up, which I usually do anyway, most of the time. This is going to be for brown. I only want a tiny bit, enough for just a thin line. And I'm going to do a really pretty blue from Mad Oils called Indigo Girls. I have not used it yet. And it looks really pretty. So I think I'm gonna maybe not have quite as much blue, because I definitely want to have a nice base in the bottom. Okay, so this is going to be a gold color. When I say gold, I love to use this gold. I use it often lately, it seems like. But when you don't use too much, it just kind of gives you a tannish color without, a bunch of sparkle or anything like that in it. So, whoops, I forgot I wanted a little brown. I'll just take it out of that. I don't want very much. Okay, so this brown I'm going to use is, I think it's a sample I got. It is a sample I got from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's a brown sparkle mica powder. So I'm going to use that in here. I don't want to use way too much. Okay, and this blue is the Indigo Girls blue, and it's so pretty. So we're going to do this one blue. I might add a little bit more if I need to, but because I want a nice deep blue. And then the other one will be white. Okay, so go ahead and mix my white first. was fun for the whole family. I think because I put the coffee grounds in, it threw me off in my rhythm, and I didn't add the fragrance. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I shut the camera off just so I could think for a second. I ended up sticking my stick blender right in my mold and poured the fragrance in and stick blended it in the mold because it was just the base of it, and then had to clean the sides of it and everything up. So now I'm just doing the brown layer, which is just going to be a very thin layer on top. This is not my night, I swear. I like I said, haven't soaped in a few days. I had oil on my table and it had been sitting there since earlier, and I wanted to warm it up just a tad because I find that when I soap at and it's chilly because our air conditioning is on, sometimes it does set up really quickly, I should say. So I like to heat it up just a little bit sometimes. So I was doing that, reached in the microwave to get the bucket out. It slipped. I caught it sort of at a little bit of an angle. And I dumped oil all over my stovetop, my counter, my mixer, and our home phone. So I had no idea how much oil I lost. So I have the rest of the oil just kind of sitting off to the side. I don't know what to do with it. It's obviously not measured accurately. I hate to waste it, but like I said, I have no way of knowing how much came out. I mean, I can weigh it minus the bucket, but I don't know. Maybe, so that was a mess. To clean up oil is a mess. I'm like, how am I going to get this cleaned up? And, you know, the best thing to clean, in my opinion, to clean up grease and oil or whatever is Dawn dish detergent. So I use that, and I'm scrubbing and scrubbing. And it should have been my hint that maybe tonight wasn't a good night to make soap. But I persevered and carried on, and here I am, stick blending my soap in the mold. I bet you've never seen anybody do that. And you didn't see me either, because I didn't know what I was going to do. Okay, that's the brown layer. Now, I haven't even mixed up the top, and it's so weird. This fragrance is kind of, look at how it turned green in here. It's so weird. I hadn't stirred this one up yet, but yeah, it turned green. It hasn't really affected the white, but it turned a nice shade of cute green. I just want to get this in the mold, to be honest with you, and get my dishes cleaned up and just like be done with it. The one thing I don't like about the tall skinny mold is, I don't know, I feel like I'm pouring soap down in like a deep dungeon and I can't see what I'm doing, and that's why I like my clear acrylic mold so much. I feel like I can see what I'm doing. I can look on the sides and see if I've got, you know, a lot of air pockets or anything like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna, instead of doing a layer of blue and then white, I'm gonna do, look how creamy and yummy that is. I'm going to do a little of both and maybe swirl them together. Because nothing has gone as planned, so I might as well just divert from the plan altogether. I don't want to mix the brown in, I just want to do the blues, the blue and the white. I guess I could have done like an in the pot swirl maybe. this is Stacy back with Yellow Cottage Soapery, and I'm going to cut my Bay Rum soap. This is how it turned out. I put coffee in the bottom, and you can see it turned a darker color. I had originally had just kind of a paler, sort of like the bottom here, and you can see the gold in it from the gold 24 karat gold mica that I use, which is kind of cool. And then I did a brown, thin brown line of soap, and then I kind of swirled in blue and white on the top, and that's the top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to lay it on its side so that I don't hopefully have any drag marks from the coffee. This is the one I stick blended in the mold, the bottom, because I had forgotten to put the fragrance in. So that's kind of cool. There's the top. It does smell really good. It's kind of a spicy, I don't even know how to describe it. Definitely spicy. And I can't smell any of the coffee, which I was not going for that, but I figured if it did, it would be fine. And I wonder if it's going to get darker during the cure because of the coffee. Now, I brewed the coffee a total of 3 times before I put it in so that it wouldn't bleed and into the soap. So I think it turned out pretty cool. It's different, definitely different than soaps that I usually make. And you can definitely see little gold, I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but little kind of gold flecks in there from the mica. It looks pretty cool. So I'm sure the rest looks pretty much the same. I will cut the rest off camera and catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.